Hello everybody, it's Annie and Mrs. Tagg again. Hi Mrs. Tagg. Hi Annie. Annie, where's Cooper today? Oh, guess what? He's riding on a horse. A real horse? No, a pretend horse. It's a big stuffed animal horse. It's one of the prizes for the young kids who do the summer reading program. If you come to the library, you can see on top of the showcase by the checkout, there's a horse. He's gray, and Cooper's riding on it. He didn't want to get off. He was having so much fun. Well, thank you, Annie, for coming. And Java. And Jay. Uh-oh, wrong animal names. Mrs., you're fine. I don't mind. Mrs. Tagg. Yes, Mr. Tigers. How about we just don't name you today? But my name is Java, and this is... I don't remember. It's been so long since I've talked to you. It's okay. We don't mind not having names. Oh, thanks, guys. But you've been patrolling the library, haven't you? They've been protecting the books at night. They sit over by the computer, and at nighttime they get up and they patrol the books to make sure everything is safe and sound and keep the mice awake. Annie, there's no mice in this place. Okay, no mice. But Mrs. Tagg, there's mice in a desert, right? Yes, Annie, there are mice in a desert. Because we're talking about the desert today. Animals that live in the desert. We're going to talk about chameleons. This is a pretend chameleon. This is one of the art projects. You're going to take it home and paint it, and then you'll be able to color it, and it will look just like maybe this. If you don't have crayons or paint at home, you can use washable markers too. And washable markers in water make it look like paint. So this is the chameleon that you get to make. I'm going to cut them out and attach them to the bags. We have so many bags in the closet right now with art projects that I can't make them too far ahead of time. The other thing they're going to make are rattlesnakes. It's a choice. Remember, when you come to the library, you may choose one craft. You can choose either a rattlesnake or a chameleon this week for rainforests. Oh, is he a real rattlesnake? No, Annie, he's not. So, should we get going on our songs? Yes, please, because you got lots of reading to do. We're talking about the desert, remember. If you want, you can go online and maybe look for some things about the desert, or come to the library, Annie, and get some more books about the desert, too. That's true. Lots of places to get information. Let's start singing, Annie. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, the more we get together, together, together. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, I'm so excited to see everybody when you come to the library. Oh, I know. Let's get reading our stories, okay? Annie, your glasses keep turning. Okay, I'm going to sit on the floor. See you guys later. I was telling you about lots of nonfiction books that we have at our library. This one here is called an encyclopedia of baby animals. You find it in the nonfiction center. Not the picture books area, but nonfiction. That means it's not fake. And there's lots and lots and lots of animal pictures in here. In fact, this is a scorpion right here. And scorpions also live in the desert. Almost every country in the world has the desert, except for North Pole and South Pole and the Arctics. But the United States has deserts, and the North America and South America and China, they all have deserts, so different animals live in the deserts. But this is a really fun book if you're just interested in all different kinds of animals. So you can come in and maybe check this book out. Hey, there you go. Look, it's you guys. Look. Yeah, it's our snow tigers. It is. Isn't that cool? So these are fun books to talk about, to check out. Now, the next book I have is a book about rattlesnakes. Do you know how hard it is to find a book about rattlesnakes? This book here by Jim Arnowski, he has a whole book, pretend book of course, about rattlesnakes. It's called The Rattlesnake Dance. and he dedicated it to somebody named Justin. It's actually a song. Mrs. Tagg does not know how to play the piano, so I am going to read this story instead of sing it. One desert day, hot as a frying pan, a rattlesnake slithered across the sand. He found a small hole neath the jagged rock. It was shaggy and cool. He was no rattlesnake fool. The crevice turned into a passage that led underground to a massive cave. The rattlesnake slid along in the darkened room. He found a wall and coiled in a ball. Then all of a sudden, he started to shake, and he went into some kind of trance. His neck began to sway, his rattle tail rattled. He was doing the rattlesnake dance. Like ghosts from the depth of the sandy cave came more rattlers feeling the rhythmic wave. He had a whole lot of friends down in that cave too. Soon the place is crawling with rattlesnakes all hissing away, getting loose, those spooky snakes. They wriggled and squirmed and rattled their tails, all glassy-eyed, deep in the trance. They raised their heads and swayed side to side. They were doing the rattlesnake dance. The underground ball lasted up many days. The snakes were caught up in the dancing craze. Then one by one, rattlers left the cave. They snapped out of the trance. It was the end of the dance. But they'll be back this time next year. It's something they won't want to miss. A dance like this is pure rattlesnake bliss, where they can wiggle and squirm and sway side to side under the powerful trance. They slither and hiss and rattle their tails, all doing rattlesnake dance. You can do the rattlesnake dance too. Just hold your arms down at your side and sway side to side like a snake. That's it. Now it's like a snake. No worries. There's no rattlesnakes that live in Michigan. You might find a rattlesnake at the zoo. I don't know if anybody has them for a pet. I wouldn't want one as a pet. But there aren't any in Michigan. Those snakes that live in Michigan are actually harmless. They do help eat mice, but no rattlesnakes. Not in Michigan anyways. The next animal that you can find at the zoo is a chameleon. Of course, this is not what a real chameleon looks like. However, chameleons do change colors. Anytime they sneak onto another environment, or like off a leaf, onto a tree, they will look different colors. When a chameleon climbs onto a leaf, it takes him a little bit, but he changes into green. If he climbs onto the trunk of a tree, he'll change brown. It's kind of cool. Kind of magical. He's camouflaged. But this story here is about a chameleon, and it's written by Leo Leone, and it's called A Color of His Own. This is a book that is kind of old, but it's a favorite for a lot of people. Leo Leone has written lots of good stories. Parrots are green. Goldfish are red. Elephants are gray. Pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own. Except for chameleons. They change color wherever they go. On lemons, they're yellow. In the heather, they are purple. On the tiger, they are striped like tigers. One day, a chameleon, who was sitting on a tiger's tail, said to himself, "If I remain on a leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own." With this thought, he carefully climbed onto the greenest leaf. But in autumn, the leaf turned yellow, and so did the chameleon. Later, the leaf turned red, and the chameleon too turned red. And then the winter winds blew the leaf from the branch, and with it, the chameleon. The chameleon was black in the long winter nights. He looks kind of sad even. But when spring came, he walked out to the green grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his sad story. "Won't we ever have a color of our own?" he asked. "I'm afraid not," said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser. "But," he added, "why don't we stay together? We will still change colors wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike." And so they remained side by side. They were green together, and purple, and yellow, and red and white polka dots. And they lived happily ever after. It's always better with a buddy, isn't it, when you have somebody to share it with. So he was feeling kind of sad, and then he found a buddy. So that was Leo Leone's color of his own. Remember, you can come into the library. I don't have 100 crafts for you to do. So when you come to the library and you want a craft, please remember to just take one per kid. All right? Take care. See you next week.